Heidi Schreck's play, What the Constitution Means to Me, was the talk of the town on Broadway last year, and now we the people get the chance to experience it at home as it's now available to stream. And Heidi is here with me now. Heidi, good to see you.
It's great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So it feels like a lot's changed since last year. What does it feel like bringing this to the masses at this moment in time?
Well, yeah, so much has changed. I have to say it's an interesting thing about the show. I started making it over 10 years ago, and I've performed it for a decade, during presidential elections and congressional hearings and Supreme Court nominations. And so the show itself actually hasn't changed much, but the way it interacts with what's going on in the country changes. So it's an interesting time to be debuting it on film.
Yeah, well, the Constitution is on so many people's minds right now with the election, of course, and with the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who saw your show. And I can imagine what that felt like for you to be there. What did that mean for you?
It was such a huge honor to have her there. She was so gracious. She came backstage. One of our teenage debaters, Thursday Williams, always debates with an RBG pencil tucked behind her ear.
Yeah.
So she had that tucked behind her ear, and when she came off stage and saw the justice waiting for us backstage, she actually just collapsed to the ground.
Oh my God, I'm sure.
I think what all of us wanted to do, but were I still a teenager, I think I would have done that too.
Yeah, so I heard though that she actually asked for a copy of the script and sent it back with notes?
Yes, she had a piece of language she wanted me to correct.
Yeah, so do you have that script that she wrote the notes on?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Is it framed already?
I have it framed. Yes, I do.
Yeah. At the end of the show, you debate whether we should keep the Constitution or not. So for you, in 2020, what say you?
I mean, I will say performing the show over a decade, I've come up with a lot of amendments I would love to propose, including, and what I think is the most important change to make in our country and perhaps to our Constitution would be an amendment that vows to protect the environment, that states that it's the duty of the government to make sure that we have clean air, clean water.
You're donating part of the proceeds to Broadway Cares and the NAACP Legal Defense Fund.
Yes.
So many people need help right now. What made you want to choose those two?
So the Legal Defense Fund has for many years, fought for racial justice. Mm-hmm. They're an organization I have a relationship with and believe deeply in, but they also have a new voting rights. I mean, they've had a voting rights initiative for years, but they've started a new sort of voting rights initiative to help people become poll workers, to give people the information they need about voting, to really do everything they can to make sure that we have a fair election. And then Broadway Cares, of course, has so many initiatives, but one thing they do is support the Actors Fund. And with so many theater workers out of work right now, the Actors Fund is a great, basically emergency fund. Yeah. For theater workers. I used it back in 2012 when I couldn't pay my rent. They came to my rescue, and I just wanted to, now that I'm in a position to give back to them.
This is part of a bigger deal that you have with Amazon to create new content for them. What else did you have in mind? What do we expect to see from you?
I'm working on a number of shows with them. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what they are. One of them is focused on the lives of adolescent girls. So I'm working on a show about that. And then I have a couple of other things in development.
Well, you keep us posted, okay?
I absolutely will. Thank you.
Yeah, and you can see Heidi's play, What the Constitution Means to Me, streaming on Amazon Prime Video now. Heidi, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Great to talk to you.